Hello, Dom here. This is my channel, and today we're doing a list. It's my first list. Lists are great. People love lists. Let's do it. First reason not to go to Gen Con is packing. When you're packing, you don't know quite what to pack, because usually when you go somewhere, you bring stuff. You bring clothes and hygiene tools, hygienic tools, stuff to clean yourself, and then but also at Gen Con, sometimes you think that maybe you're gonna bring home games, so you want to make room for that. So packing for Gen Con is the first reason not to go. I suppose that would apply to most any trip, leisure-based trip. Nonetheless, it does apply to going to Gen Con. This is a great transition into my number 2 on my list of 10 reasons not to go to Gen Con, and that is, of course, is getting there. Unless you live in Indianapolis, where the convention is currently held, you have to get there. I took a plane. I flew, so. You have to go through security, you have to do some waiting, then you get on the plane, and then you wait some more, and you're looking around, being excited about Gen Con, but you gotta wait. You're scoping out the other passengers to see if any of them maybe look like they're going to Gen Con, try to see if there's any nerds. They don't really see any, and you realize, oh, maybe it's just hard to tell. Or you just can't, you can't tell like the nerds from the muggles. Then you get to Indianapolis, and you get off, and you take a taxi to the convention center, and then you get out, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go get some food and a drink, and so you go to the main area outside where they have all these food stands, and it actually is kind of easy to tell who was there for Gen Con. 3, 2, 1! It's pretty clear that there's a bunch of nerds here. Which I guess brings me to my next point. Number 3 on my list of 10 reasons not to go to Gen Con. Yeah, too many nerds. There's a lot of nerds, just everywhere. Okay, I didn't write number 3. That wasn't mine on the list. Actually, that guy did. I don't think he's going to Gen Con. I think he's taking his wife out. It's their anniversary. They have to go through the boardwalk to get to on the other side. He wrote number 3. He thinks too many nerds. So Gen Con, you get yourself a drink that's a Dragon's Delight. I think everything at Gen Con is super nerdy. And speaking of nerdy, there's Nerdy, who is from Minneapolis. And look at that, it's a Minnesota counter. Nerdy is from Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's right. You should check out Nerdy. He raps about nerdy stuff. I'm confident when a little more than I must be the red, I've been freaking poison. And sometimes he plays with a really talented band, live band. He has a great DJ Hayes. Check out Nerdy. So yeah, you get inside the convention center, and where the main exhibition hall, there's just a bunch more nerds in there. There is my friend Joel Bodkin. He runs Featherstone Games. He designed Open Ocean and Winter Haven Woods. Both very beautiful and great games. Joel resides in Minneapolis. Oh, that's Minnesota. And next to him, that's Maxwell. He designed their latest game, Dino Sitters, and Maxwell is from Minnesota. Oh, that's in Minnesota. It's kind of cool. It's keeping track of. And then you run into some people that you kind of know online, and you talk to some of them, and it's really fun. And oh yeah, okay, sorry. Number 4. The 4th reason not to go to Gen Con. you run into online friends. Oh, we get to meet in real life, but you don't know what to talk about. You're not good at small talk, so you just start talking about games, and then you realize that that's actually the only thing that you two actually wanted to talk about anyway. So it actually is a lot easier than meeting new people for the first time. It's actually really easy. It's actually the most ideal place to meet new people. Sometimes these online friends will just hand you a bag of candy and other chocolates from places like Peru, where you've never been, and there's no way you would have tried these before. And some stickers and some, yeah, okay. So, okay, take number 4 off the list. That's fine. You can go to, yeah, no problem. A sanitizer from a fellow unboxer. That's not really a problem. Oh, and there's Grant from Grant Game Rex. He's a funny man, enjoyable, has awesome content. I should go talk to him. Yeah. Oh, there's somebody else talking to him right now. Okay. Scratch that. I'll come back. Yeah. I never went back. Some content creators like to make big claims and put them on their video titles with a thumbnail that tries to really lure you in. It's clickbait, you know, and I want to tell you that that's not what this is. These are actual considerations you should think about before you go to the convention next year or continue to go if you have been going. So, and here we are in the hotel room, Joel's hotel room, and mine, and we're playing a game. You know, I didn't play a lot of finished games. It was mostly versions of games. That's number 5. Playing prototype games. I would have liked to have played some more finished games. It's frustrating because you play these early games and people want feedback, and they trust your opinion and value what you have to say about my experience playing through the game that they brought, that they worked very hard on. And that's actually very validating. So I got to play some prototype games. That was pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of the stuff I did, you know, Joel was there. He was kind of my weekend gaming dad, my gaming daddy. Hey, check out Winter Haven Woods. This is my friend Joel. If you don't know what this is, you probably don't. I sometimes unbox games, and I have an Instagram channel, and everything's vertical from there because Instagram is vertical, but now I'm doing this instead of this. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah, that was my cue. Sorry, I'm Joel. I did the art and design on this. This is Dom.
We're friends.
And we're making a video.
Good friends.
Yes.
Just check it out. I'm not going to tell you how to find it. You have to dig if you want to go to Instagram from here. It's very confusing, I know.
Best friends.
Oh, that's Catherine. And she's a friend from Instagram. So it's just, we're talking about games, and I guess that's just what I'm doing. And that was we hung out, and that's us in the Everdale tree. I lost Clask. This is Block and Key. I didn't play it, but just somebody showing a small Daisy cosplayer a game. A lot of nerds. Yep. Stuff. Oh hey, this is Charlie McCarran. He is the designer of this game For Humors. That's coming out on Adam Apple's games. You know where Charlie lives? Minneapolis. Oh, that's in Minnesota. Here's Summit. That was recommended by Trey Parker as his #1 game of all time.
Here's what it is. We are all gonna climb a mountain.
Really?
We got to get to the top of the mountain. We got to get back and live.
You're talking about
Mansions? No,
Seven Summits game?
No, not Summit.
Summit.
It is Summit?
#1 is Summit. Really? This
Okay,
game.
I need to warn you now. The next time you go to
Wow.
convention, this guy's gonna hug you because he does that to anyone.
Yeah.
Well, at Gen Con, Summit was sold out by the time the end of the convention came, and I should have just bought it when but it was almost as if that booth didn't exist on the last day. Which brings me to my sixth thing on this list. If you forgot, we're doing a list of reasons not to go to Gen Con is sold out games. Sometimes you gotta scramble to get those games because apparently a lot of people go to Gen Con to buy games and they might be gone, and then what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to crawl back home and pick something from your collection. So that's lame. And there's Adam from Adam Apple's Games. He lives in Minneapolis. Oh, that's in Minnesota. They released Planet Unknown, and apparently that sold out in the first 2 hours. So we were talking about a game that I couldn't even get, but I could demo it. And, you know, it's not really about buying a lot of games. For some people it is. Yeah, so that's 6 sold out games. That's a good 6, right? That's frustrating. I don't think this was sold out. This is Dragoon from Lay Waste Games. And I just walked by this like every day because it's just I love games that just look weird and different. And oh, this is Frostpunk, the board game, and oh my goodness, seeing this got me very excited. That's actually number 7. Getting too amped. And I see it, and I get so amped, and I just want to play it. I just want to get on the table, and I just want friends to come over and learn this stupid, weird, long, engaging, dynamic game with me, with this massive tower in the middle. Speaking of games with awesome components, here's Burn Cycle from Chip Theory Games, and they're located in Plymouth, which is right by Minneapolis, both of which are in Minnesota. Oh, that's in Minnesota. Here's another one of their new games, looks awesome, whatever. Hey, here's Freedom, another game with awesome components. I have this one. I love it. I love it. That's Mark Swanson, the designer. Freedom is it's a weird, cool, a lot of things to do, and it's just a delight to look at, and just really fun. Every game's different and weird. Johannes from Board Gaming Ramblings describes it really well.
I really love how the map interacts with the guilds. Everything is just amazingly fun. Like fun cannon, fun, a cannon of fun.
Yeah, a fun cannon. Fun. I really like that. Johannes and Sonova run Board Gaming Ramblings, their channel on YouTube and on Instagram, and I highly recommend checking it out. It's a delight. So yeah, I don't know. This has nothing to do with my list, really, except I spent some time at this booth because I love Freedom, and I'm taking up space. Somebody else could have been sitting here getting this demo from Mark. I wasn't even listening to what he was saying, honestly. It's actually really good that Mark was there because there was a lack of a different middle-aged, white-haired, male game designer from St. Louis. And that, of course, is Jamey Stegmaier. The owner and one of the main designers of Stonemaier Games. And if you're unfamiliar, they make Scythe. They also make these games as well, and some other ones too. But yeah, their new game, Viticulture World, was definitely at Gen Con, but Jamey Stegmaier was not there. You know, they even brought their big orange round thing in the sky, but Jamey didn't show up, so. But that was there, that was cool. I got this factory print. I got these campfire encounter tokens for Scythe as well. They're cool. That's cool that I got those, but There was no Jamey Stegmaier. We're like really good buds, you know, like really good buds. Look at how much fun we have together. Jamey and Dom and Jamey. And you know what? He even tells me when he backs games on Kickstarter, which I really appreciate. Like, there's a Jamey backing, yeah. And, oh, he backed this one, yeah. And let's see. Yeah, he backed this one. Thank you for letting me know, Jamey. Hey, you know what? Sagrada Artisans. That's from Floodgate Games. Oh, that's in Minnesota. It's they're located in Minneapolis. Yeah, so that was my number 8. No Jamey Stegmaier. Yeah, he was not there. If that was unclear. Speaking of people that weren't there, there were some people there that didn't tell me that they were there. Does that make sense? Well, that brings me to my number 9 on the list of reasons you shouldn't go to Gen Con, and that, of course, is your cousins not telling you they're at Gen Con. Has that ever happened to you? Well, hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, this is of their hotel in Indianapolis. I don't know who that guy is. That's not my cousin. But I don't know why I'm showing you this. Is this weird? I don't know. But I just want to really reiterate that my cousins were at Gen Con and they didn't tell me. Here's 2 of them. Again, this guy is an unknown. They probably know him. And they were at Gen Con and they didn't tell me. I was at Gen Con too, but they were there and they didn't say anything. There they are playing games. Looks like they're probably having a really good time. But yeah, I didn't meet up with them or anything because they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me they were at Gen Con. So, so here's Dune Imperium. This is from Paul Denon, who's the game designer who designed the world of Clank. You know, this game isn't that attractive to me, but I like the way this card looks. That's a nice looking card. Timothy. Speaking of Dune and all the Dune games coming out, games based on movies and TV shows and things that we already are aware of and are licensed. Funko Games is releasing a bunch of games like E.T., The Rocketeer, Fast and the Furious. I gotta get that eventually. Dom's gotta stick together. They also just released the Goofy movie board game. Pretty solid movie. Pretty solid. That actually brings me to number 10 on my list of 10 reasons not to go to Gen Con. Number 10 is Jason Marsden. He's an actor. He does a lot of voice acting, but has been in many things throughout the years. Even if you don't know who he is, you know who he is because he's been in so many things. It's ridiculous. One thing in particular that he has been in was the Goofy movie. So he was there at the convention. I didn't know this. He plays Max Goofy, who is Goofy's son in the Goofy movie. Pretty cool. So you can meet him. The funny thing is that Max Goof, the animated 15-year-old dog person character from the Goofy movie, happens to be number 1 on my wife's hall pass list. Do you know what that is? It's a list of people, mostly celebrities, that if the chance arose to have relations with that person, your spouse, your partner, gives you permission. You have free reign to go at it. So number 1 is Max Goofy on my watch list, which is weird because it's not a real person, but it is played by a person, Jason Marsden. So I thought I should have some words with him And I guess what happened was
Hey, how's it going, Malia? It's me, Max Goof. I know I look like Jason Marsden, but really it's me, Max. I just want to say that your husband has given you carte blanche. If you ever want to go, I don't know, maybe see Powerline with me, and by Powerline I mean go see Powerline. We can yuck all night.
But it's not. It seems confusing, but the hall pass is for Max Goofy, who in actuality wouldn't be able to do anything with my wife, even if they wanted to, because that's a fictional character, fictional cartoon character. I guess number 10 is really specific to my situation and my relationship with my wife. So I guess it doesn't really apply to probably you, or maybe it does. Actually, I would really like to hear about that. Or maybe you have your own Jason Marsden that you hope to avoid at Gen Con. So I guess the point is, make sure you look at the details of the convention to see what's happening. Just read everything. Don't get surprised by people like Jason Marsden. This is a really confusing thing now that I'm kind of talking it through. I'm not sure if I'm like upset or scared or just sort of unsettled. Yeah, Jason's cool. Oh wow, that's my list. That was 10 things, 10 reasons not to go to Gen Con. And you're still watching, which is amazing. I hope you learned a lot and are thinking about if you want to attend next year, or if you want to stop attending maybe. Since you're here, let's go on to number 11. I'm just kidding. It was a top 10 list. I wouldn't do that. Oh, Minnesota counter. It's up to 7, which is really too bad, because actually if it got up to 8 during this video, we were going to unlock a list. We're going to unlock a video list stretch goal. Does that make sense? Well, it doesn't matter because it didn't happen. So I guess we don't get that special prize with this video. Oh wait. Me. I reside in Minneapolis. That's where I am right now. I'm filming this in Minneapolis. I'm going to edit this in Minneapolis. Minneapolis is in Minnesota. Oh, that's in Minnesota. Oh, we got 8. All right, we unlocked that stretch goal. Check this out. I present to you Thomas the Dancing Chipmunk Shelby. All right, thanks for watching. If you like this video, you smash the sub, and slap that thumbs up. Smash the sub, slap the thumb. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, thanks for watching. So on the last day of the convention, Charlie McCarran and I walked around a bit. As we were walking around, this was actually the first time that he saw groups of people playing his games in the real life, because it was the height of COVID and lockdowns when For Humors was kickstarted. This literally is the first time he's seen people out and about randomly playing For Humors, and it was really nice. He made a point of telling people that he designed this game. So that was a really cool thing. And that's part of what makes Gen Con really cool, is it's just a mix of people that are able to connect in a real way through games. Whether it's designers, publishers, developers, content creators, artists, illustrators, graphic design, and of course gamers, which everyone there was. And most of this footage barely showed anything of Gen Con. I mean, there's so much happening there, and I didn't have time to barely see anything. Had a blast, and if you go to Gen Con, look at what's there, because there's so much to do, and I bet you can find things that would make you really happy. Because I know I definitely found plenty of things made me really happy. Anyway, yeah, Gen Con.